Yeah, it is, because I've been here all this time and I haven't been able to do it. I can't do it, man. I just can't talk to... Look, I can talk to y'all right now. I can talk to Cam 2 or Gimbal 1, whatever you want to call it. I can talk to the DSLR. I can talk to you right now. But if I just stand with Gimbal 1 there, which makes a good vlogging apparatus, just so you know. If I stand there with that and I try to talk, it's like all idea goes out of my head. I have nothing to say.
But you just commentate on what's happening.
But I literally have nothing to say.
Essentially, when you vlog, you have to say
I have nothing
what you're
to say.
thinking.
Yeah, but I have nothing to say. Like I'm saying, all thoughts go out of the head. I have nothing to say.
Any observation that you make, you say something about it and show it.
Yeah, but then now you're just talking about editing, right? Very little talking and a whole lot of editing. Because now, if I'm talking about like, you know, the Comcast Xfinity and how bad the service has been since we've gotten it here. Okay, now what am I gonna do? Now get some B-roll of the box sitting on the, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's basically what you're saying is
the blacked out light that should be lit.
Yeah, you know, the online light that's not ever on.
I don't know. There's many,
still not on.
Many versions of vlogging. I think everybody has their own version of vlogging. So some of them are more B-roll and like music.
I should go all Peter McKinnon on them.
Yeah, and other ones are more talking. To me, vlogging is simply just rambling with video playing.
Yeah, I don't like to watch YouTubers that just ramble and repeat themselves over and over and over. Yeah, I get it.
I think it's on.
You fell down the stairs. You broke your toe. I get it. You don't have to tell me 15 different times that you fell down the stairs.
I think it's on.
I think it's on.
Okay, put it down.
Because I just got like 50 different notifications. Yep.
All right,
we're doing it again.
You know I gotta find that, right? 'Cause
yeah.
It was just Granny's birthday, and I posted those pictures. And while I was sitting there, I thought about that, and I found that audio, and it's in the folder with the other traveling Farr stuff. But I've never put it in anything because when I wanted to put it in something, I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So there is that.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought about
doing it again.
I thought about that same thing when you went to go take her picture.
I got some okay photos. I don't know. I was using the Lightroom camera, which was kind of interesting to use. The Lightroom camera with the iPhone, and taking the DNGs and then editing them on the phone and on the computer. There seems to be a kind of a weird, if you use, and you might want to pay attention to this, if you use there's two versions of Lightroom, and there's two versions of Photoshop, and there's two versions of Bridge. One version is like the app version that is on all the mobile devices. So it's basically essentially like all online using the cloud. The other version is using your local resources to save and all that stuff for your catalog and all that.
Sure.
So if you use the one that's saving to your catalog, it seems to not be getting the stuff that's going to the cloud for some reason. It's weird. It's like I will do stuff on my phone and then go to that version of Photoshop and look at it and be like, where's my stuff? Or Lightroom, and be like, where's my stuff? And then I go to the other version of Lightroom and it all starts to populate and download, and it's there. And because I took a survey that Adobe had put out, and one of the things they said is, what do you do with the finite amount of space that you have in the cloud? Like, how do you manage that?
Yeah.
And do you keep deleting, or do you choose what goes to the cloud, or you just choose the ones that you want to edit and send those to the cloud? And it was a thing that I never thought about, because why? Because I'm saving everything locally.
Yeah.
I'm really not using the cloud that way. So gotta play around with that a little bit more and try to understand it a little bit more, and how to maybe use it the best, so that when I'm working on my phone or I'm doing something in the Photoshop, I can get to it on my computer.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm actually trying to do, is maybe use that as the camera, but now I need to go to the computer, and I want the cloud. I want it to go to the cloud and come back.
Yeah.
Come back down. Oh, so now all the little pictures want to come up. So maybe I can not use the paper now.
Nope.
You guys got anything you need to talk about? Anything you want to chat about before we jump into the?
Let's just jump in, because I'm starting to shiver.
Look, man, nobody's worrying about you
were
being
shivering
cold.
when you opened the door.
Nobody's even thinking about. There it is. Nobody's even thinking about you and your cold. Because it's not cold.
I'm cold.
It's literally not cold. I mean, it is cooler, but it's not cold.
Also, we have no sun.
And it's like 70 degrees. We do have sun. We have sunglasses on the camera. What are you talking about?
No, we don't have any like sun
Do you,
coming down.
do you know
on
how
us.
bright you'd be right now without the ND filter on there? That's like my strongest ND filter. Do you know how you'd be like all blown out? Because you usually are.
Holy crap.
So, what?
That
Why don't you
breeze
do
was
this?
very
Why don't you
frigid.
look up the temperature?
I'm doing that
Temperature
right
in
now.
Egypt right
Oh,
now,
it's 63 here.
which is not cold because Michigan people. This is literally shorts weather.
Oh, for love of Pete.
And when we were driving the other day for the granny's
birthday?
I don't know what to call that, drive-by birthday party.
It wasn't a drive-by. We went in. We sat
Yeah,
down.
but it was everybody
Very-
was going separately
Yeah,
type thing.
we swapped out.
Yeah, granny stays put and people just go in and out like
Yeah. We rotated.
Oh, that'd have been interesting if we'd have opened the side door
And just the
people,
slider?
as people came in, the people inside went out, and then you just kept doing that. That'd been awesome.
It's 97
Yeah, I thought we
in
were gonna-
Giza right now.
97 in Giza.
That sounds nice.
We from what I saw, we'll be about 25 to 30 minutes away from the Sphinx and the pyramids.
Which would be awesome if those
So I need a new camera.
if those historical wonders of what are they? Wonders of the world.
It's one of the wonders.
Yeah. If it'd be
The
awesome if
Great
those
Pyramid.
were in like a lush rainforest and not smack dab in a
So
desert.
you want pyramids in rainforests?
Yeah.
Go to
You have to
Machu
go.
Picchu
You have to
and-
go to
Yeah.
South America
Yeah, I know.
and Central America.
Yeah, because they
Guatemala.
have.
I think they have some there.
Guatemala, you mean?
Yeah. No, Guatemala.
You mean Guatemala?
No, I mean Guatemala.
You're forgetting a letter.
I'm not forgetting
You're
anything.
forgetting the T in
I'm
Guatemala.
so not forgetting Guatemala. The Guatemala man.
What?
You can't even say
A
it.
stroke?
Hell yeah, but I mean, you definitely have to go. I mean, if you want lush forest or rainforest or anything like that,
Yeah.
jungle even, you've got to go. That's where you're going to find those pyramids. Or in Southeast Asia,
Yeah.
those
Is there-
pyramids.
You're only one Sphinx in the world?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, one that
That
that one.
survived.
Egypt.
Huh?
I'm so excited about
You,
Egypt.
you
You
didn't
have
say
no-
anything that anybody could hear.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So
We can go to where they went to in second Transformers. With the giant door in Jordan.
okay, that's quite a ways
That's,
away.
that's Israel.
Is it?
Yeah, that's long.
Oh, that's
No, you're talking about the daggers. Are you talking about
dagger,
Petra?
The dagger's tip.
That's what I said, Petra.
You're talking about Petra,
Yeah.
where the doorways were giant.
yeah.
Okay, that's Petra. That's definitely a different place.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could probably see how far it is, and could we go there? Probably,
They
but
could see the
that-
pyramids from it.
But I mean, you're gonna have to either ride a donkey or walk.
Camel.
I don't think they take camels in there
Why not?
because it's the canyons. They go through those spaces. I don't think they take camels down
Camels
there.
are really uncomfortable to ride.
I think you
Well,
can do
yeah.
horses,
Probably.
but I think
I'm gonna rent myself a donkey.
hey man,
I don't
why
think
not?
you can ride a donkey.
You might be too big.
Your
You'd
feet
be like
you drag it out
you'd be like
ground.
the little kid that's too big for the stroller, and your feet dangling off the front, and they're dragging on the ground as the mother is pushing. That would be you with a donkey.
I'd be walking over the donkey.
Come on, dude, let's go.
Yeah. So there's that.
Let me just say,
I just need to get there because
international house hunting it can be a nightmare because you first of all, it's all in a different language. You don't really know the area, so you don't necessarily know where you should be looking. You don't know what's a good price.
Yep.
Trying to find something furnished.
Especially if you're going to a place you haven't been before.
Right.
Like, because if we went back to, like, China or Thailand, we know exactly what we need.
Yeah, because we've done it, but...
And where to go for it.
When you're going to a new place, it's really hard. So, I've done house hunting for Poland and house hunting for Turkey and house hunting for Egypt and house hunting for Thailand. And they don't always have these... realtor sites in English, so this time when I was doing the ones for Egypt, it kind of threw me back a little bit because everything's on the wrong side of the page, and instead of hitting the next, you have to go on the other side to like hit the previous.
I didn't have that.
Mine was like that on my iPad. And on my computer. On the computer it was like that.
Side of the page.
I don't think I had that.
You probably just didn't pay attention.
But I also probably didn't hit next.
Right, you have to go backwards.
I use the back buttons in the browser.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no.
they
To go to they go to the next page. Like, there might be 5 or 6 pages of listings. And to go to the next page, instead of hitting this button on the right, you have to hit the button on the left.
They read the opposite direction.
I didn't experience that at all.
Yeah.
Did you translate the page?
Yes, and it didn't swap how it was. The text was still on the right side of the page.
I didn't have text on the right side of the page. That's what I'm saying.
My text was...
I didn't have any of this.
All right, somebody's wrong.
No. I'm saying I didn't experience this.
Yeah,
on my computer, I didn't see this at all.
I was on like 5 different sites, and they were all the same. There was one that wasn't. One that the text went all the way across the page, but everybody else was on the right side, and you had to do the back, like the left button to go to the next page.
I ain't had it.
Yeah.
It is fascinating though to watch, to like see how other people live.
What do you mean? You got to be
well,
way more specific now.
When you're looking at places to live, so in Mexico when we were looking, their kitchens are itsy bitsy, and you think, how are these people like?
How are they making all them damn tortillas?
How are they cooking for a multi-generational family in a home with this kitchen that looks like a dollhouse? I mean, it's so small.
Probably because they're not doing prep in the kitchen.
Maybe.
Right.
They're doing prep around the dining room table.
And then when you go to Europe and start looking at their places, the washer is in the kitchen next to the dishwasher, under the sink, by the stove, across from the refrigerator. And their kitchens can range. They can be fair size to itsy bitsy as well. But then when I was looking in Turkey and in Egypt, their entire spaces are much bigger, much roomier. The furniture's not as tiny. The spaces are, better layout, I guess. More room.
Hopefully.
So it's interesting to take a peek into how they furnish and how their spaces are laid out and the sizes. I still haven't grasped the square meters. Like, I don't know what that means when I look at the number and say, oh, it's this many square meters.
Yeah, I did that yesterday. And it was like 185 square meters. And when you think about it, a meter is like that.
3 feet.
But we think of square feet, and a foot is like that.
Right.
So it's like, you're like, 185 square meters? That is so small.
But then
and then you put it in square feet, and you're like, That's almost 2,000 square feet.
And then, you're looking at the photos and you're like, wow, this place is really big from the photos. And
Yeah, I
then you
didn't
look at the
get that
numbers
either.
and you're like, something's not right here.
Yeah, it seems like it's like
Photos
why-
didn't
why,
look huge.
Why are they lying?
but-
It's funny that you two say that, and I showed the photos to your mom, and I showed them to Michelle, and they both said the same thing I did. Wow, that looks really big.
It
Yeah,
did not
but-
look big to me.
It doesn't look that big. It looked big because it's not furnished.
Right, it was empty.
It's
Empty
completely
spaces.
gutted. So it's
It's not gutted. It's just
empty spaces.
it's the
They're finished spaces, but empty.
right. So once you, like you said, this is the bedroom. It's like once you put a bed in there, it's not gonna be that big.
maybe.
Once
see,
you
that's
put
just it.
couches and
I think
tables and
the
stuff in
problem
there.
that a lot of people have is trying to accurately represent, back to photography, trying to actively represent a space using a still picture.
Yeah.
That's the thing that seems to be the problem, because if you, depending on the lens or the setting on your camera, because like today we've got, like, you want to see the whole room, right?
Yeah.
So then you hit that wide angle
Yeah.
version on your camera and you take this picture, which encompasses like from almost 170, 160 degrees or
Yeah.
whatever. You get this whole thing, and then it looks
huge.
like this huge space.
Right,
and
like
then,
I took a picture
like
of
putting
your
a
room.
fisheye on it.
yeah, almost.
I took a
Yeah.
picture of your room in Mexico because a friend of mine was asking, how do you have your kids keep their rooms clean? And I was like, I don't say anything to them. Their rooms are just clean. But I took a picture of your room. It's
No,
just
no.
like,
My room is clean.
wow, it's so big. And I was like, it's not really. It's just the angle at which I took it.
Yeah,
But like
it matters.
when I was looking at places in Poland, their bedrooms are so small that instead of having a bed in there, they have a pull-out sofa. So that then you have more room when you're not asleep. Whereas in Egypt, they would have 2 full-size beds in the kids' room.
Yeah, but you called them full size, and I think those are twins.
No, there were some that were twins,
Okay.
but there were some that were 2 full-size beds in a room. And I'm looking at like, this room has to be palatial if they can put 2
Okay,
full-size.
stop saying palatial, because none of it's palatial. We're talking about, super cheap places.
This was not super cheap place.
But it's not a place that we could afford then.
No,
Sorry.
no, it was more than 1 month's salary.
Palatial is not really in our budget.
Well, this place apparently is pretty big, so
Now, hopefully we can get the place that you're talking about, because it has an elevator.
yeah.
Yes.
But most of them had elevators. I didn't see one that
I
didn't
did
have.
not see the stat that said elevator
Oh,
or not.
you have to scroll down, and at the bottom
so
it'll
I
say
was very worried about that.
3 bedrooms, 2
Because my
bathrooms,
knees
4th floor.
were screaming at me as I was looking at the listings going,
Right, 7th floor, 11th floor.
I don't want to do the walk-up thing.
I can't do the walk-up thing at this point.
Trust me, if you had to do it, you would.
I would
would
find
just-
a new place. We
you would-
would
We
not
have to
be
put.
moving
We
in
have
there.
to strap her on a sled and
Pull her up.
But yeah,
Put me on a dolly, and I'll.
If we could put you on, we could use
a
that.
dolly would do way more.
The dolly
damage.
from, what was that, Hannibal?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because
Where
it was,
It straps you in.
no, it was motorized wheels. And
But
the
going
wheels,
upstairs.
yes, it was meant for stairs. It had 3 sets, it had 3
It's like our-
tires.
like
and
that.
it's like our
turned,
trolleys.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it turned, but it was motorized, so it didn't fall back on itself.
No.
Oh, we
When
could
I
get that
was-
for your mother. That'd be awesome.
When I was looking at places,
she'd be like,
I don't remember if it was Turkey or Egypt, but in one of the photos, they had our trolley in their kitchen.
I think that's
I was
just
like-
a everywhere but the United States thing.
yeah, because they're walking to the market,
Yeah.
and they're walking back from the market with stuff. Who's gonna carry all that?
And nobody really wants it on their back,
Right.
even though
It's actually kind
I'd
of
do it,
convenient. It's
yeah.
actually kind of convenient. But you would
Keegan
actually
and I
need.
do it.
It would be better if you could. Here's an idea. That trolley with straps
yeah.
and padding,
So you can
so you
backpack
could
it.
put it on your back,
Hey,
or you
yeah.
could pull it. Now imagine that. That might be actually kind of kind of smart.
You have the wheels fold up or something.
No, just have the wheels on the side, but it sits away from your back enough that the wheels don't ever touch you.
Gotcha.
Ah.
Yeah.
Gotta think about this.
Keegan was
My
like,
possible merch idea.
oh, okay, we may have to wrap this up.
We are wrapping right now.
Yeah.
You felt the drop?
No, it's
It's
raining.
raining.
Okay. Bye, folks.
So,
If you
if you want to follow the Traveling Fars, you can find us at the YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, iTunes, Spotify, or the Google Podcast at the Traveling Fars. If you like the
Instagram and the Twitter.
Instagram or the Twitters, Traveling Fars. If you like email, where you can email Karen, who is now over there, travelingfars@gmail.com, and the blog space, thetravelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the Blueberry. Don't forget about the Patreon.
Patreon.com/the Traveling Fars.
GoFundMe thing. We will be updating you, so there we go. We're out of here. The merch stuff, it's all down in the description. Everything is in the description. Everything's in the description. Please don't touch my camera.
I'm not touching anything.
It's the waterproof one. It doesn't need you to touch it.
I'm not touching
It's all the other stuff that needs to be
You're in the
touched.
brain,
We are
sir.
out of here. Say goodbye to the people.
Bye, people.
Peace.